the president has started a resetting tour, no, and call a year 2-day resetting Ghana tour of the Savannah region. Now, John Dramani Mahama tour na okono wakan sembebre, and he made a statement. I believe say we all have to support the president, and I feel I have to advise the president on some things. President Mahama and on a Savannah region or share projects or inspect the ministers or making sure say Bosha or share Ghana for no the NDC abino AD sa Bosha so today the president decided to start to start his 2-day tour of the Savannah region. Now the reason why me per se this particular year video way I'm trying to get him started very important to and say President Mahama, this is not the first time I OD president. This is the second time President Mahama AD president. Now, we need to understand something. Imredu said President Mahama will prove to Onwani Kro before any Sebio Oma Omudi GDA Muse Adia will fear Uye. In John Mahama's first term, Obe share Ghana Sono. He did everything for Ghana. In fact, Upper region pa Munya John Mahama Monfaswo in John Mahama Part 1, the Ashanti region. They got a lot of infaswo from John Mahama. Now, I believe say John Mahama, this is the time for John Mahama to look back and on Tiasia say a woman and a woyen belonging to you and belonging to us are two different things. It's about time John Mahama utwa ne hwe ne fie. Utwa ne hwe ne region. Oma ne region. The krom eye bole and its environs no ebe dear to him. And when I say dear to him, he needs to understand say that is where he was born, and the service or serve Ghana ye nyina appreciate no. Eni se utwa ne kro for eye bole for bo. Wherever Bole is situated in Ghana, John Mahama should make it a priority. And the Okasembi, Mumiakuti na mentwa masamso. Video come.
Taught not to be selfish. And so we were trained like Kwame Nkrumah to develop other people's places and pray that other people will come and develop ours. But some people taught us that no, that principle doesn't work. So when they got the opportunity, they developed their place. So this time, like Kweku and Nancy, we've also learned. And so we'll also draw water in between our legs. And so there are many things we're working on. The first is this 24-hour economy market. I want to thank the Traditional Council and the people of Bole for being very responsive in order to give this very prime location. This is one of the primest locations in Bole. And I believe that the Bole 24-hour economy market is going to be one of the busiest markets in the whole of Ghana. Because of its location. And so for all those whose properties were demolished, including us, the NDC, our office was demolished. We've sacrificed for this market, but it is going to be a benefit to us, to our children, and our great-grandchildren. So today we are here to cut the sword for the...
So that was the President of the Republic, and the Okasan was saying, "You're training in United States Kwame Nkrumah. Sebio, dear yana nanom any ma menom kache and say, Oyama unia, wayama hu. Now the NDC as a political party, no, sa ideology na rollins in the show mutrim. Say the Ghana share NDC in sa. Also making sure say, baby and punto ni biano, or say your priority. Now for all this while, the NDC they have made every constituency, every region a priority, and we all are witnesses to that. And John Mahama ka osima bafie. Now what he wants to tell a year the crew before ne say. Nipa bi a kire say o say esua nyansa. Sebio ye no musuo kakra na ama abontenefo so nsuo ni bi anom. Yem kire ye ho kom. ye man su common de ye na abontenefo no anya nsuo ni nyina anom enti sebio de sia odi afa ato ne ho no se ono se ni krom bole ene nkura atwa ho ahia no ode beye ade a ehia no a eda na koma so a obekyekere ema elso impuntuo ene sebio enidaso aba ho enti wahye ne kromfo bo se eya bole ede na koma so de oyema asantefo no obeye bia ma ne kromfo de oyema eya de eastern region fo a sebio dodo ne ntoma NDC no obeye bia ma ne kromfo de oyema eya de sebio other regions a sebio omoso ye Ghana fo no ne kromfo so ye Ghana fo a ende o sha omobo se de efe ema kwame ata no eya kodwan ponsa so e o se ene fe enti odi mpuntuo beba fie. Now I would like to tell the president to say watch with these things. And for a long time, Bole, any baby Aufrino should have been a priority to honor President John Mahama. It is not too late. Every development to be a obetumia. Right now, you have the support of the Council of State, Council of Elders in Bolino. Do everything possible to make sure Bole looks like UK. Bole looks like the United States. Do everything possible to send development home. Don't sit and let someone tell you, say, what we see a drama me, I was santimemo, menko yebi o krom. Adia, obey no santimemo FN, yebi o krom. Adia obey no Eastern Region FN, yebi o krom. Adia obey no Accra FN, yebi o krom. Now ukrom for they have supported you from day one. They have been behind you. Time and nipa bi gu enima say, sewo, ye de omoda ho gina wechi. Ekrom ha bosomfo ahemfo emma edwadifo they all supported you because oyomo share. Today that you have that power, do not neglect, and as you have promised them, make sure say ni menime ya no Bole for kwan waye and do it 18-inch asphalt. Bole for their insure problem was solve it. Bole for a jabia also wusi biano also wusi. Bole for hospital bia also wusi mo also wusi. Ma ukuro no emmeye krabehwe mentina o ma obi nsan be so kwasea say ukuro mu Bole de na wo ho because yedim MPP fo o ma be di watem aka say wanya bibia wo ukuro mu enso no wasikaje tia mo yedim MPP fo o ma be di watem say wanya bibia wo ukuro mu enso no yekumase kwan so ame ma mo yedim MPP fo o ma be ka say wanya bibia wo ukuro mu ye tani aboa na o mu ukuro mu no o ba be si de eye nyoma it do not hospital a o sibi asante sibi ukuro mu because MPP abekere nyansa ama be atiase ewo me na ewo yen. There are two different things. Belonging to me and belonging to us are two different things. So don't slack. The rest of the years akawa ubedi president, whether the next 12 years or next 15 years you are going to be president, or the next 2.5 or 3 years, make sure say you have done everything possible to support Bole Bamboy and that regional ufrino. Do not listen to anybody. Yatiana obi called Ukroma iwurem. Adia wo hoye galamse nkwa. Omukoye asphalt 19-inch. Ekura bibia mfiri mumba. Emu ahemfu ni bi ya kromfo a yenim. Omutam Ghana sika koye omo. Yemfa bibia mfiri sa akro mu emwa Ghana. They don't even bring one granite to support the economy of Ghana. And so yenyankofo bi etam Ghana sika ediko ekurase. Ekurase to wisota unhu kwan. Ekoye Wi-Fi wo ekurase. Do not let people tell you one day say obetina Ghana so wait man bibia. The Volta region, they have been with you, and I'm happy the way you are constructing the roads in the Volta region. Do more for the Volta region. Omo Afla market build it for them. Make sure you give them better roads, give them good hospitals, give them good drinking water, create job opportunity for the Volta region and your region. Don't underestimate your regions. There are people in Ghana say why anya ma wankasa ho amobedi watam yenimomo uko party and some so do watam wanka gold asem so ka gold atam boa eye omo mo free Bole no develop your home e ho na be retire. You are going to retire in Bole or in the northern region. Make sure while your home nyina ye. And I heard you say something like this. President John Dramani Mahama has cut sword for the construction of Bole College of Education, describing the project as a dream come true for the people of Bole and the Savannah region. John Dramani Mahama also oba besi college ewo Bole. Make sure enimeni and start see college, you know. By the time ube free power, maybe in the next 3 years or in the next 2.5 years or the next 8 years, if you prefer, If you want to continue, we let you continue. Unless you say you don't want it. But if you want to end in the next 2.5 years or 1.5 years, make sure the college in Bole is built. If you don't, I will be on you. Make sure the 24-hour market is built and built well. Make sure hospitals be a Scooby. Make sure it is done. And when I follow to are expecting, give them what they need. Enough of them be out and people are not grateful people. They are ungrateful people. You have given them too much. Ghana is not about a group of people. People who are ungrateful. Ghana and yes dia. Ghana and your momuchatro dia. Ghana yenina dia. Where you think they will appreciate your work, take the development there and take it back to Bole. Take it to the Volta region. Take it to the regions that have accepted the NDC ideology and vision. Ready, it is their problem. Sabio, yaba Ghana ha impunti obeko baby. Do not listen to anybody. Mema or hinibi, mema or himabi, mema di pebin kase di empenifo, menye we ha. Ignore them because time ana ye mia okono, they did not speak for you. Time ana ye di watem no sa ahemfo no, sa ankofo na from wofafo no, sa ankofo na wo se omo de, omo no magina mo akasa ma no. None of them spoke for you. All that they did was to allow people to attack you and your family. So do not listen to these people. Do what is right. Go back home and develop Bole. Yesu nyansa. Ye njimi biem. Adia ye Ghana dia yemfama Ghana. Adia eye Bole dia na yemfama Bole. Let's give to what is to God and what is to Caesar. Inti adia eye Ghana dia no, mama yemfama Ghana. Na adia eye Bole dia no, Bole should have it. Adia ye infantifo infantifo dia fama infantifo. Dia eye wonafo dia fama wonafo. Ena dia ye Ghana no fama Ghana. It is important. Now, John Mahama Sakasaye, and I would like to speak on it. Savannah was one of the most underserved regions in terms of electricity supply. We want to bring Savannah up to the level of all the other regions in terms of access to electricity. Also, Savannah, almost electricity problem. They have led you, Mr. President, immediately. Make sure the energy minister, sir, electricity problem at Savannah, it is dealt with. Every single day I sit here, I'll remind you, I remind your government, I remind the NDC that baby Awufiri should be a priority to you. Me, I will always advocate for Denu to get all the nice facilities. I will advocate for Mikrom Ayeldo to get the best facility. Mikrom Ayeldo, your chip compound, no, Mr. President, it is not effective now. And as I sit here, I want the chip compound in Ayeldo. A clinic should be built in Ayeldo for my people. Because it is important to say, my village, we need a clinic, a well-resourced clinic, a chip compound that is effective. Mr. President, my hometown, that road, I want it asphalted. Because that is my hometown. Because I have worked for this party. I don't need anybody's money. I want my hometown to be fixed. I want my hometown roads to be fixed. From Ayeldo to Tetinkwanta, it needs to be an asphalted road. We need better water. We need good school. We need a better chip compound, good clinic. Because I want my people to also enjoy. From Ayeldo to Kwaman, that road should be fixed. From Ayeldo to Kwaman road should be fixed. Ayeldo to Odompo. I want my town to also look good. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, say, for a year to me, no, and I input to the comma obia, all respect to Ombu vision. Bring it to my hometown because I believe in your vision. Mr. President, Mr. President, I will personally reach out to my MP, Kwacho Fosu, and my MP at my mother's hometown, Denu. I will tell them the government needs to help my mother's hometown and my father's hometown because I want to retire. When I retire, I'll go and live in my father's hometown. Into me per se, the development be the same way I want you to take the development to your hometown. They be near Yaman Confo, they be near Yaman Confo, they be no mudi atem, they be no more cheche, not yet Yamon so Omon Kaya ignore and take care of Omokai. Obiabo Bobo the Krum. aguna adobin for se menyam den me ka me krom asem aguna adobin for se nti enyam de ma enyam de anwie aguna adobin for ma me ka me de anwie me de ma ya wo so me ka wo de ma na ja me de be ya wo de ne aguna adobin for mo predodo munya botre Mr. President dinkan ya yeldo na ye denu uwia na wahwe aguna adobin na wakwa fanti dominance ahinkro an and so next to my father's hometown an so I kwano from dominance all the way to Mankesima asi aye kakra na ye Mr. Rosemary say ye free dominance ahinkro na fa be pie aye na fa tuom kotiti nkwanta. It's very very important. Mema mun kam krom de ensansa wa kam de president kura ka de krom mema me kam krom de Mr. President it please my hometown is Ayodu, Mr. President. It is in the central region, Mr. President. My can't go for the action, my come there, Mr. President. My father's hometown and my mother's hometown. My mother is from Denu, and they need water, good water, Mr. President. They need good electricity. The 24-hour market. Go and build one there. Make sure they get good hospital. We need a good hospital at Denu, Mr. President. And then when it comes to my father's hometown, Ayodu, I'm going to pay for more China. I'm coming there, Mr. President. Please don't listen to them. Listen to me, Mr. President. My father's hometown. From Ayeldo to Teti Junction, the road is very bad. Recently, I went there and I saw that the road minister, they are working around there and they've actually cleaned the road a little, but it's still not tarred. Please, Mr. President, this one, they're fast, and endorse be about 10 miles and do 10 miles grab with a simple. And look able to do pay ayamame. Mr. President, from Ayeldo to Kwaman, I want to be Kakrebi, over to do pay. Aye. Mr. President, my hometown, Ayeldo, we need good clinic, Mr. President, good clinic. We don't have good clinic there. That's why I worked so hard to get NDC to power. Please, my MP is Kwachofu, so you are always seeing him. Please call the finance minister and let them release. Mr. President, we need good water. I think the boreholes are not enough. Please, we need good water in my father's hometown. Mr. President, and my father's hometown too, we don't have our chief compound is not effective, Mr. President. We need a bigger clinic. Ayado is a capital, Mr. President. My father is a problem. We need it, Mr. President. Also, Mr. President, every house we need solar. In my village, every house needs solar. Mr. President, we need Wi-Fi. Every house needs Wi-Fi. Yes, our school, it's a Catholic school in our village. That school is getting old. The building and all that. Mr. President, we want to build it again. Can expand it, or we can give you land and build a new school for us. Mr. President, this is the first page. I have the second page that I want to give you. My community, everybody needs fridge, Mr. President. Yes, in Ayeldo and Denu, everybody needs fridge. And not Sasko fridge, Mr. President. We don't want Sasko. We want Abruche fridge, Papa DB. Not Sasko, Mr. President. Sasko is too light. When you open the door, it can break. Mr. President, we don't want Sasko fridge. We want good fridge. Mr. President, every town, my village, my mother's village, my father's village, we need air conditioning every house. Yes. And we need paint too. We paint our house, Mr. President. We also need paint. And Mr. President, we don't have fork and knife. Sometimes when we get visitors in my father's village, we cannot serve them because we don't have fork and knife. So, Mr. President, we can add fork and knife. Yes. And Mr. President, our roofing sheet, that is my town, people, my father's town, my mother's hometown. Our roofing sheet, some of them is leaking. Mr. President, you can help us. Mr. President, my town, there's something too we want you to do for us. You see, Mr. President, we don't have good tailors there, seamstress, who can really sew wedding dress and all that. We have some there. Mr. President, bring the entrepreneurship program there so that people, Maslock women, Mr. President, my village, my father's village, Maslock women are not getting some of the money. The same as Denu, they are also not getting Maslock money. They need to work. They need to, Mr. President, support them. You can call Maslock boss for her to go and help my late women in my village. Maslock money is very, very important. Mr. President, we have a lot of things. This page 2. Mr. President, page 3. Mr. President, this is all my father's hometown, my mother's hometown. It is just us. By the time you finish with us, it will be 3 years. Yes, we need a lot of them. Mr. President, our internet is also not stable, Mr. President. Yes, so come and build a mast there. Let that boy, Akwana and the boy, let him come and build a mast there, and our internet will be solid. Mr. President, let me see what I forgot, Mr. President. Mr. President. My town, we need a lot of things. Mr. President, our road, when you are doing it, put reflectors in the middle so that when the car is coming and the car is going, they can see the reflectors, and let them put white line in the street, Mr. President. Yes. Mr. President, that's page 3. Let's go to page 4, Mr. President. So the problem in my distance, we don't have a nurse or a doctor who is stationed in my community. So we need 2 nurses and 2 doctors in my constituency. Yes, Ayeldo and also Denu, my father. Mr. President, I've worked for people. Some people have gotten me, my village. You have not gotten it, so Mr. President, and also we need a helipad. we want to buy helicopter and put in our so buy us helicopter so that when we want to come to Accra, we will not die like John Kuma, so that the helipad can take us to Cape Coast for emergency. So we need a helipad. That one we have land, one plot. It is around Apapodo. We will give you land there. You build a helipad so that helicopter can land there. Mr. President, so that's page 4. Page 5, Mr. President. My hometown, this just my father's hometown and my mother's hometown. We want Wi-Fi too. I told you already. Mr. President, the World Cup is coming. We want you to come and mount a big screen at my village and put DSTV there. No. We don't want DSTV. So you give us the money, we will go and buy the DSTV so that we can watch the World Cup, because we are not going to the World Cup some. So we want to watch the World Cup at Ayaldo, Mr. President. Let them bring a big screen and come and mount it there in front of my father's house, in front of the, yes, so that everybody can watch. When my father is going to sleep, he can turn it off and everybody will go and sleep. Because my father will control it from his room. He can turn it to a Ghana channel, or he can turn it from the remote from his room. Mr. President, page 5. Mr. President, if you don't finish my